it feels like the most obvious thing in the world. But trying to achieve gender equity or any sort of inclusive culture is very much like any sort of goal you want to achieve. And in this case, I'm gonna use the analogy of exercise, right? You have an exercise plan and you create this plan to get you to point A. But once you get to point A, you have to look at the plan. Is it working for you? What do you need to tweak? Does this make sense? And then you adjust and you carry on. But it's a constant refining process. And I think one of the biggest fears that are around right now is, and this is individually and also on an organizational perspective, is to actually admit, I don't know what I'm doing. We don't know what we're doing. We don't know how to get there. We don't know if we have a strong foundation. We don't actually know if the people we have in these jobs or the people we're consulting with are the right people. And it's okay to reassess. And this is really what this video is about. It's that this process is a constant refining process, and you have to be bold and be brave to want to engage with the refinement process. That means it's dynamic. That means the answer that might have been right a month ago, based on feedback, based on interaction, based on your learnings, might not be right now. And that is okay. Because what you don't want to do is, especially, for example, with gender pay gap reporting, it's for any organization that has over 250 employees, is that you don't want to always be reactive, but rather create the space to be proactive and also create the space to make mistakes. And that's probably one of the things I can't emphasize enough. We're all a work in progress. All organizations are a work in progress. There's different characters, different people, different challenges. But the goal for each organization is to create a set of principles by which you can live. But principles are exactly that. They provide guidance, but it's not prescriptive. It gives you direction as to how you take the first step, but it's not the be all and end all. So for anybody who's like, what do I do? Where do I go? Do I have enough? The answer is you do have enough. The question then becomes, how can I make this meaningful? And I will always recommend, listen to the women in your organization as a priority and find out what it is they're looking for. Find out what it is they need. And that is your most critical starting point. Not what do I think is best from a bird's eye view position. It's what do I believe is best for those who are already in my organization. And split it out versus, split it out via tenure. What's it like for someone who's been in the business 1 to 3 years versus 3 to 5 years versus 5 to 7 years versus 7 years plus? They will have difference of experience. They will have seen different things. And then you can build a better idea of the landscape. But of course, this is predicated on trust. So the question you have to ask yourself is, as you go on this journey, is have I created enough of a trust basis, a strong enough trust basis with the women in my organization for them to even go on this journey with me? Because if that's not the case, then you're going to have to do more. And that might mean leadership programs, initiatives, all these things in order to build trust first to then be able to go further. So thank you very much and goodbye.